Hello everyone, I'm a Faniger Geek, and welcome back to another Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing Wacky Races, a Nintendo game that was released in 1992, Hanna-Barbera Productions. I am a huge fan of Wacky Races, and I'm a huge fan of Dick Dastardly and Muttley in general. So, yeah, let's get started. For some reason, my controller is not working. Apparently the start button is B on here, so I'm gonna have to get used to the controls on this controller, I guess. Alright, so let's go to hip-hop first. Let me just try something here. While chasing a homing pigeon, Dastardly's plane crashes. Muttley grumbles and hurries to rescue Dastardly. Okay, first of all, why is the pigeon in the video game when the pigeon was in Dastardly and Muttley and their flying machines? Why? Okay. Alright, so... Okay, X is that attack, okay. Alright, so this is the start button. Alright, I'm used to it now. I thought that I had to use the start button on my actual controller, but apparently not. Now, this game has you play as Muttley, and yeah, the snickering hound himself. Yeah, that's my impression of him, in case if you're wondering. Yeah, there's his snicker right there. You press the select button after you collect bones, and you see those squares down there. You press the select button when that bone, after you collect a bone, an arrow will come down. So, yeah. The first level isn't that hard. I mean, none of these levels are that hard. The bosses are a little bit difficult. So, yeah. As you saw there, I collected 2 bones, and it's on that sonic boom shape thing. I'm not sure what that does, but I don't really use it because I don't find it to be that, helpful. But, this is very helpful because, like in, my bad. Like in, Dastardly and Muttley, he can glide from his tail. So, and you have 3 units of health starting off. So, I recommend, the reason why I'm getting hit so often is that, we just started, so I'm not really trying that hard. So, yeah. That heart there, if you collect 4 bones, let's see, that was 3 bones there, you collect 4 bones, the arrow will go over to that heart, and you'll be able to get some more health. You can have a maximum of about maybe 6 hearts before dying. So I recommend that you are extremely careful and preservant with or careful with your health. So yeah, I've beaten this game pretty recently, so I pretty much know what all the enemies' patterns are, especially the bosses coming up. So as you would have noticed, it's Wacky Races, so your guess is as good as mine on who the bosses are. So yeah, I know what the bosses are, but I'm not gonna spoil who we're gonna fight first. Each of the enemies in here, they have a certain pattern that you have to learn, and they're not that difficult to learn. It's not hard at all. Okay, this guy, you don't have to worry too much about him. Now, I prefer going back over here, but I know that there's this guy that's going to show up here. I'm not sure who this guy is, but it's just some weird guy. But yeah, as you saw there, you can have a maximum of about 6 hearts. So yeah, excuse me. You go in here. Yeah, as you saw there, there's a secret in here. And, yeah. Not... You collect these 2 bones here, and you get an extra life, so yeah. Now you gotta be extremely careful in some instances, because this game can actually get very difficult, and as you would have guessed, NES games can be very difficult. And, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of NES games that I can actually beat. So, we're about to go to the first boss. This is the Gruesome Twosome in the Creepy Coop. So, I recommend that you are extremely careful, but they're not that bad. Now, I recommend getting this so that you can get, these bosses can get really tough, but the Creepy Coop is not that bad. We're going to be doing 3 levels. This playthrough's going to be pretty short, actually, because these levels are actually not that long. Or not, it's not that they're not that long. It's just that, the game itself is pretty short. Yeah, there's armadillos that try to run over you, so you gotta be careful and watch out for them. And, as you would have guessed, cactuses hurt you, so don't touch them. So yeah, this is a pretty fun game, and it's, it can be pretty challenging at times. And the music is awesome. I love the music in this game, this music in particular. Oh yeah, as you saw there, down at the bottom right of the screen, you collect 100 gems. Muttley will get a 1-up. This sand is a little difficult to jump out, but yeah, I prefer to get rid of these guys so that you can't really jump back up there. But I have 96 gems, and there's 99, and when you get 100, you get an extra life. So, that can be very helpful sometimes, and these remind me of those Mario enemies, those hotheads, and they can be a little annoying. Each of the enemies have their own unique patterns, so it's real easy to learn them. At first, when I first played this game, I was getting hit by everything in sight, so you can probably tell that I was a noob at this game, and now I'm not. So, yeah, you gotta really learn patterns in old NES games like this. Ouch. And, yeah, these guys are jerks, so they try to shoot you with fireballs, so you go in this pyramid, and yeah, not that difficult. I'm gonna put some more hearts up here. I want to try to at least have a full set of health. That is an anvil, and will try to drop down on you, so try not to get hit by that, and if it lands on you, it will crush you. It'll crush you for a minute, probably for about 5 seconds before you can get back up on your feet or whatever. You'll go right back to normal, so it's not that difficult. Yeah, the enemies here, it's hard to get past there without getting hit, so yeah, it's not that hard. Now, one thing I'd recommend before you go fight the bosses is to collect 3 bones, and that way the arrow down at the bottom can point over towards the heart, because there's an extra bone in the actual boss battles. And there we go. You fall down here, and you'll lose a lot of health. I am extremely sorry, but sometimes Let's Play curse happens. As soon as you hit that record button, you start to suck all of a sudden. Now, let's see here. Alright. Now, I can go over here. That was close. Okay, now, I don't have enough bones to collect anything right now, so we're gonna have to fight... You're gonna have to fight the Army Surplus Special without anything like that, so... So yeah, this is the Army Surplus Special, and they attack you by throwing, they attack you by shooting you with bombs, and this is extremely tough. Probably one of the hardest bosses in the game, but if you're careful, I usually defeat these guys with about 2 units of health left. So yeah, we're on the final level of this first part. And yeah, these guys, these monkeys are a little annoying, or these apes, they try to throw boulders at you. So yeah, they're jerks. There's a lot of weird enemy placement in this game sometimes, and some of them can even be a little bit frustrating, but I'm not gonna die that often, because I'm mostly gonna be using save states, and yeah, it's easier to use save states because I don't have a Nintendo Entertainment System, so, well actually I do, I just don't have a DVD-R. I can't record my gameplay, so I'm gonna have to play it like this. Either way, this game is extremely fun. I love playing this game, and I love playing as Muttley in general. Muttley is probably my favorite character out of all of the Dastardly villains that Hanna-Barbera brings out sometimes. So yeah. There's usually about 3 sections to a level, and after you complete those sections, you'll fight a boss. 3 or 4 sections and you'll fight a boss. So yeah, it's not that difficult, but these enemies can be a little bit frustrating, especially this baboon. I hate this baboon. It's annoying to fight. So yeah, I recommend trying to get past here as fast as possible. And that owl just hit me. Kinda looks like the give a hoot don't pollute owl. Kinda does, doesn't it? So yeah, I almost got enough to put more hearts on. So as long as you use these bones wisely to get more health, I recommend that you are extremely careful about that. So yeah. There's another baboon showing up here. And a snake. I'm surprised I got past that. Alright, I think we're about to be going near a boss here. I believe after this is where we get to the boss. There's like 3 or 4 sections. Oh god. There's like 3 or 4 sections, like I said. And, yeah, it can be very tough sometimes. I believe this is where we fight the... Oh yes, Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth and the Buzzwagon. These guys are a little bit frustrating. And I might die to this guy because this guy can be a little bit challenging, and it is tough. As you saw there, he can throw balls at you. And it's tough. That was close. I had 1 unit of health and I happened to beat him, so yeah. Alright. Muttley saves Dastardly, only to be yelled at.
Muttley, catch that bird, or else there's no dinner for you.
And yeah. That is my very terrible Dastardly impression. So yeah, I always get stuck doing all the dirty work. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys in the next part, where we'll be going to the next area. See you guys then.